How are you? Happy Sunday. Who's here? So, hello, Marilyn. You're the first. Hello, Dave. That's funny. 6 degrees, rain, -3 tomorrow. So, I don't know for you guys, but definitely Mother Nature is literally confused. So, for us, we were expecting 50 millimeters of rain today. I don't think that's what we had. But see, right now it is 7, feels like 4, and it's supposed to rain all night. Yep, pretty much. It's supposed to rain all night. And I don't think we'll have a snowy Christmas. So rain. Thursday. Okay, yeah, so colder temperatures are coming, -2, -4, -2, no snow. So up till now, unless there's a big wind change, we're going to have a green green Christmas, which is weird. Hello, Remy. Hello, Lynn. I haven't spoken to you in such a long time. How are you? It's early October here. Fine, pouring rain. Yeah. Yeah, the mud is awful. Like, it feels like spring because it freezes at night, thaws in the day, and like it's mud all over the place. So the kids like want to go play outside. It drives me nuts. So if it's right now, if it was snowing, they would be outside and like having so much fun. But because it rains and it downpours and it's cold outside, like they maybe play half an hour tops and they're like all soaking wet, and then like I have to put them in the shower, dry their clothes, so the kids are like so sad. They want to go outside and play, but I have to keep them inside, which is weird because they want to be outside. Yep, rain. I saw that. So I feel pretty cool that I only have one gift to go pick up. It's a last minute thing. And I just need to wrap everything. So I have to be careful. They're still up. So I feel good. Like I was done Santa's present and all of that. Sending all the notification to Santa, what they wanted and all that. Early December. I was like super excited about that. We are in the middle of finishing the Secret Santa presents. Ooh, kids don't want us to know who they picked, but some are still too young to shop their own. Yes, I totally agree. So I had this vision this morning. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, or if it's a good idea or not. So I wanted to go to Dollarama and find a box that's decored and buy, that paper that you can recycle. It's like you wrap your gifts with that, and like they have 3 gifts, so wrap everything and like put it in that decorative box so I don't have to wrap, and there would be only one big box under the tree per kid. But I have like 2 problems with that. Like I love the vision. The box would be 8, since it's like decorative and like a little bit more expensive. If I find 3, they would be able to use that box to store either their toys or blah blah blah, whatever they got under their beds. But where would I hide it until the day? That would be like the part where I kind of go, because they do love to sneak around. I was supposed to do wrapping this weekend, just did not happen, pushed to do it. So I can't wrap. Like, it's my last week. So this week the kids are back in school. My husband's officially on vacation for 3 weeks. He is beyond ecstatic. So this week is going to be the week where we push the renovations and like stuff we need to do. Wink, wink, when the kids can't be here. Wrapping, going out for lunch, and catching up, because it's very rare that he's on vacation all that time. And after that, the kids are off for 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks. So a little side note, I know I told you that my kids were on strike. Well, their teachers were on strike. So up till this point, I don't think it's resolved. So all I know is that this week, the kids are going to school Monday to Friday. And after that, we're going on holidays. And I will have to watch the news and the associations with the school and all that, like a couple of days before the 8th of January. So if it's not resolved, my kids could be in strike in January, not start school like they're supposed to be. So let's hope that it ends this week. I know that I've been saying this, I think, since mid-November. My heart goes out to the schools that are completely closed since, I think, November 21st. Was it November 21st? No. Yeah, I think it was November 21st. Yeah. So some school have been closed since November 21st. They've been on unlimited strike, and it's still not resolved. Luckily, we only had 3 days and then 6 days. So in between all of those strikes, my kids were in school. But I do hope that all of this gets resolved so that my kids don't have to go through unlimited strike in January. So, where was I? You have a big push coming soon, Megan. The last few years, we've been using fabric bags and cloth for wrapping, but a few years ago, I bought a ton of bags and wrapping paper, and they have to, yeah. So I normally recycle my bags. Every year, I get bags gifted to me in that wrapping paper, not the wrapping paper, it's like silky paper. I fold that and I put it in a bin. I've been using that bin year after year after year. So my inventory like fluctuates during the season. But my wrapping paper, I kind of feel like you're buying something and then you're just recycling it. Obviously, I can put it in the fire, but in like one of the video I did, I had a roll of gnomes wrapping paper, and I really, really enjoy gnomes, and I did like a DIY stuff with it, and I filmed a vlog with my daughter with that. I showed you what I do with that, but I still feel like it's stuff that you just buy to put in the garbage. Every year it just bugs me, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do that big box from the dollar store, but I might be late. Christmas stuff was out like right after Halloween, and I'm sure that if I go to a dollar store tomorrow or after tomorrow, there's not going to be many things left. But I think I'm going to go in that direction, but we shall see. Yeah, I was going to ask that. How are the new kittens with your tree? I did send you a joke, I think like a month ago, about how to protect your tree from those cats. We will still have a bunch, but I think I can condemn. I love your sense of humor. Yeah, catch up. Yeah. When your parents and you have little ones, finding time sometimes can be hard. My husband don't have a regular schedule. He wakes up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So he goes to bed about the same time as the kids. So I enjoy when he takes those time off so we can definitely catch up and like talk to each other, have like a normal conversation without kids interrupting us nonstop. I bought a newspaper to so you're buying a couple things. You're buying information because you're wrapping it with newspaper, so there might be articles that you enjoy, and it's a gift. So, yay, that's so fun. I find that 1 week is not enough. 2 weeks is like barely enough. 3 weeks is perfect. But like, he's been working for the company over 15 years, 10, 15 years. Yeah, I think it's between that. So he has a couple of weeks of vacation, and he normally takes, which the Sagittary holidays that he has during Christmas, that's about a week. And he takes 2 weeks, and then he keeps 2 weeks for July. And then he has 5 weeks of vacation during the year. So the last one he takes it for his appointments, or like sometimes he loves to take a long weekend at a day. So I think last time he took something was like Labor Day. So instead of having 3 days weekend, he had a 4-day weekend, which is cool. I love those. Like three weekends days are perfect, but 4 is awesome. So he sometimes does that. That's what I will use. Also, ooh. I think if someone would wrap me a gift with a seed, well, actually, I would cry. I do hope that the person would use an old seed catalog, not the new one, because I would want to at least go through it first before the person uses it to wrap it. But it's a wonderful idea. Just doing my part to save the planet. Yes, definitely. Are they really far apart? Yeah. Okay, so the course that I'm following right now is suggesting that I don't follow too much the news, because it has a tendency of like bringing up so much negativity. But because my kids are like kind of directly linked to that, I just know the basics. So from what I understand, they're only offering one side of the deal. They're not offering them what they really want. But the rest, I don't know. But for them to be on strike so I said November 21st, I think we're starting week 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we are starting the 5th week. So either either they don't know how to negotiate, or it's simply they don't give them what they want. And sadly, another thing I know is that they have no salary right now. So every teacher that's on strike, every day that they miss work, they're not being paid. So for them to refuse every offer they have had, it has to be serious, because like 5 weeks without pay, I cannot, like 1 week without pay for us would be devastating. Obviously, we only have one salary. So if I had salary 1 week, we could make it work. But 1 full week, no salary, I would eat my socks at the end of the month. Like, we would definitely be in trouble. So 5 weeks, I don't know if they're paid Sagittarius holidays. I don't know how that works. But yeah, it seems serious. We reuse throwaway bags for a long time. But a lot of that stuff is not recyclable here. So the bags that I used to buy at the dollar store for gifts, they're glossy, so they're not recyclable. But when I go to stores and they give brown paper bags that has like this cute little handles, like I try to squeeze them in my bin flat so that I can reuse those, because at least that, if it gets ripped, it's either compostable or you can put it, I don't know if you can put it in the recycling because it's brown paper. I guess you can, but at least you can compost it, worst case scenario. My dad uses the cardboard to start the fire, so we come home. Remy post a short today on the coat under the tree. For myself, we don't do tree. Ew! You don't have a tree this year? Last year I wrapped all the gifts with recycled newspaper. Nice. He falls asleep with the kids. So the time that we have is like not even an hour, because he needs to sleep because he wakes up at 3 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. So he leaves. It's still dark outside every morning, and he's home about 2, 3 in the afternoon, and sometimes he sleeps. If he arrives between 1 and 2, he normally sleeps, like naps. And remember, he's 12 years older than you. Keep that in mind. He needs his beauty sleep. Hello, Annie. Thanks for passing by. I know you're super busy, but I appreciate. I have 8 work days off, so it makes around 2 weeks. Yeah, so he normally has, depending of the year, 7 or 8 Sagittarius holidays around Christmas time. So he keeps the rest of his vacation every year to have the week before Christmas and the week after New Year's off. I think it's the second year, second or third. It's the second or third year he does that, and he does not regret it. Every year he keeps at least 10 vacation days to make sure that he does not work the week before Christmas and the week after. So here's the thing. In Quebec, there is the CCQ. I don't know if you guys know this. This is labor related, so construction site related. So he works with the construction sites hours and vacations. So every single job site is closed for 2 weeks. So regardless what he wants or does not want, he cannot work because the job sites are closed. So every year he looks at the calendar, he looks at the 2 weeks that the construction sites are closed. So he takes those and he adds 1 week to that. So literally he wouldn't be able to work regardless. But for him to get paid, he needs to bank his vacation days. But it is fun, I have to say. It is very fun to have him at the house. Yeah, David has to use his... Yeah, same thing for us. If he does not use his vacation days, he cannot throw them the year after. He needs to take them. Yeah, busy. She's a busy bee. My luck, the newspaper would have RPM. You can have fun. You can ask one of your children to draw over it. When they are on strike, they are probably getting... Nope. They don't... Ils ont pas de fonds de grève. I don't know how to say that in English. They are not getting paid because they did not put money aside for this. But I don't know the full story of it, but what they say on the news is that il y avait pas de fonds de grève, so they have zero salary. But is it like really, really, really zero salary? Or they get something, I don't know. But all I know is that, let's just say that okay, worst case scenario, they get 20% of their salary. They still lacking 80% of their salary for 5 weeks. And the flip side to that is kids has not been in school for 5 weeks. Well, according Friday, when the 21st arrived, they would be 5 weeks off school plus the 2 weeks of vacation. Then it's going to be almost 2 months. So it's like if it was summer for them. And sometimes to get back into the groove after summer is like super complicated. And to catch up on 5 weeks of school, yeah. Okay, so that's what they say on the news. So we won't know everything, but that's what they publicize on the news, that they have no money in the union for the strike. We already know we are going back on strike here. You know, I'm not laughing at people that are on strike. It just blows my mind away. Here in Quebec, everyone's on strike. Everyone, like the cops, the teachers. I think some nurses are. There is Air Canada's pilots, I think, were on strike. Air Transat, another department, was on strike. So everyone's on strike. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. Is there like an apocalypse coming and we're not aware of? Okay, so they told them that in May that if they start a strike, they would not have any money, so prepare them. Okay. Well, well, he does. It's just I try to let him sleep because he needs to be 100%. He maneuvers high risk equipment. So 1 second of like him not paying attention can have consequences. So I normally let him sleep. So if I know that he hasn't slept very well during the week, or the kids have kept us up, like, I try to let him catch his sleep. We never do a tree. We do not decorate, since Christmas is always okay. Well, every year I used to receive Christmas here at my house since my sister moved. So Philip's going to be, I lost track. So Emia's 11. Philip is 9. So 8 years ago or 9 years ago, I used to do Christmas at my house. And then my parents thought that I lived too far and they don't like the dark roads, so they took back Christmas. But like for the kids, I kind of keep some of the traditions, so not all of my decorations are out. But I have to say, this year they haven't touched any of the decoration. So at least I know that none of them will be broken, and none of the ornaments of the tree has been broken. Actually, no. Luna ate one because it fell down the tree. But it's not that bad. It was a homemade ornament, so it could have been worse. How can they have no money? I don't know. I don't know that. Like, I try not to keep myself too much informed. I just keep like the minimum, because like I go down this like spiral of like not good energy, and it kind of ruins my day. So I try to just keep what I need. So my heart goes out to them and to all the parents, because there's a lot of people that are self-employed and they need their kids to be in school so that they can, pay the rent. So it is complicated. Not that syndicate, it appears, or not enough for a pay. I've never been in a union, so I wouldn't know. 8 weeks of vacation. Nice. Nice. That's amazing. Well, considering he has 2 weeks of Sagittary holidays and he has 5 weeks of vacation, he has 7 weeks. So it's fun. It's fun, but he won't get more. He unless well we've I used to work for that company. Unless they change their rules, you can't get higher than 5 weeks. But 5 weeks is good. 8 weeks is amazing. Plumbing. Of all the jobs of renovations, there's two jobs I know that Fred hates. It's plumbing. Actually, no. If he starts a brand new plumbing, he doesn't mind. If he has to hodgepodge something and fix something, he hates that. And the second one is doing joints on the drywall. He hates that with a passion, but like you cannot get away with it. And it drives him completely crazy. He's done a couple here at the house, and sometimes when the lights hit the wall where he's done it, like he sees the imperfection and it just drives him mad. He's like, this is why I hate it. And it's like one of the most expensive jobs to get done. So he always end up doing it. So it just makes me laugh every single time because I don't even see it. Like he looks at it and he's like, I see the imperfections, and I can't see it. So must be in his mind. The one my boyfriend is on had 8 days, I think, worth just the money. Now they used everything, so okay. Means white paint. I don't know. Like it's beyond crazy. So the association that the teachers of my children's are, I don't know if they have salary or not. They had specific days, so 3 days and then 6 days, and I think those were paid. But I don't know. Like I don't know all the information. I don't know. Yeah. Your children are older. So the older the kids are, I find the more they're going to be penalized. So my kids are young. I have that grace. My two boys are in like special schools, so they need to adapt. So every month they have meetings with their specialist and they adapt to my children. So Philip has 3 years to get to high school. So they're going to adapt his educational road journey on 3 years to prepare him for high school. Cedric, we know that it's going to take 2 years for him to do his first grade. So we have time. So I'm not too worried about them. The only thing I'm worried is that they had somewhat a routine. Like they would get up, go to school, have friends, not just one neighbor. Because here, when it gets cold, not every little kids go outside. So when they're in school, they have like all this social life and like interaction. And Cedric has like specific teachers that is with him to help him with the speech and all that. And he speaks so well now. It's so amazing. Like yesterday, side note, I was cooking some broccoli cauliflower sauteed, and he normally doesn't really eat vegetables or certain vegetables that he enjoys raw. And then yesterday he said, Maman, je veux du brocoli, s'il vous plaît. Mom, I want broccoli, please. And he said it so clear. My heart it almost cracked. It was like so cute. So when he is exposed to these people and all those specialists, he actually learns. So that's like the saddest part that he lacks when he doesn't go to school. But for Emilia, where I'm the most worried. She's in 5th grade. So this year she's being prepared for the evaluations of 6th grade. There is one evaluation in math and one evaluation in French, and I think there's a third one. And this year it's a preparation for those exams next year. So every day that she misses, she does not get that training. And not that she is struggling, but she needs extra time right now to do certain like reading, trouble solving. So the more she stays home, the less practice she has. Like, obviously I do homework with her, but it's not the same thing as when she's with her teacher. There's help there, there's her friends and all of that. So she doesn't have like the same surroundings. So I think she's the one that's more penalized. So I think the older kids probably will be the more touched. So I do hope your son does not get any of that. Yeah. I was laughing. I don't know if Annie's here anymore. I was laughing. I was like, maybe the parents should go on strike. And like, I'm officially on strike. I'm no longer a parent. We can't do that. Hello, Buttercup and Fern. Hello, Karen. We have gone through 3 strikes with our kids. They were very hard on ours. They don't deal well. Yeah. I don't deal well with change of routine. I adapt because it is our job as parents to adapt. But I don't like it. But I try to make it as easiest transition for them. But they still are affected regardless of what we do. I remember when Aiden started speaking after speech therapy. Yeah. So from the beginning of the year, so September till now, it's amazing. It's amazing the words that's coming out of his mouth. And let's just say he says something. What was the word last week? So in French, it's called, your winter pants that you put to go outside when it snows. In French, it's called salopette. But he was confusing a couple of letters and he was saying sapolette instead of salopette. So I try to correct him when he says the word not correctly. But this time, usually he keeps saying the wrong word. And then that morning I said to Cedric, essaie de dire salopette. And he said it, and he was like, I was so happy. And now, one time out of like 2-3 times, he says the right word, and sometimes he just says the wrong. And then he's like, no, salopette, mama. It's like, it's so cute. So yes, I have like that proud moment, mama bear, when he says that. And I can't believe that he loves cooked broccoli and cooked cauliflower. Raw cauliflower and cooked broccoli. Just blows my mind. Now, true. I have to go and watch Willie Nelson's. Nice, enjoy. Okay, so before I forget, I am 34 minutes in. Usually, if people watch this on replay, it's usually under half an hour, but I'm going to take a chance. So over the last week, I was blessed with, I think, almost 150 new subs. So I want to officially welcome you. I don't see new names. Actually, I just said that. Hello, Bear Truth 01. Welcome to the chat. So I had I think it's close to 200 subs over the last week. So if any of you guys watch this on replay, I want to officially give you a warm welcome. So my name's Annie. I am a Canadian homesteader. I gardened and I try to have a self-sufficient lifestyle. So Hello, Miss Annie. First time here. I'm glad to see there are more homesteaders coming around. Yes, so I've been homesteading for about. I bought the house in 2017. So since 2018, I've been slowly getting into homesteading. Obviously, I started small, adding new animals and all of that. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Next year, I think I'm starting my 7th season. It's crazy to think that. My 7th gardening year. And I'm flipping things around again this year. So 3 years ago, I flipped to an ornamental potager style, to a market garden style, and then I converted to high productivity. And I burnt myself to the ground every single year since I've made the conversion. So I remember 3 years ago when when September hit. So after the Every Bit Counts challenge I did, I crashed on September 1st super, super hard. And it took me almost all winter to get back on track. And then the year after that, same thing. I hit and I crashed really hard in the end of just before the holidays. And it took me again the entire winter to recuperate. But I didn't really recuperate because this year when I started, I think I was burned out even before I started. So I think I planted everything and I was burnt out and I was pushing. And literally, I was just going outside, and it's because I had to be outside that I was there. Like, I did not want to be there. And I miss the beauty. I miss the potager style I used to have, like the ornamental peppers, the ornamental tomatoes. And I think I made the wrong decision when I converted to high productivity. Like, yes, obviously I do this for self-sufficiency, but I kind of lost track of, like, I'm a one-woman show. So that's like a little short story. So right now I'm at 2,255, I think. Yeah. Hello, new name. Jen Akers. My pleasure. Fam and I are starting at that is so precious. That is precious. Multi-generational homestead early next spring. I do wish you all the luck. I would start with, and I think Marilyn would agree with this with me, unless you already have a plan, with perennials and an orchard if you have the space. I do. And it's Annie. It's not Amy. You should be excited about it. It's amazing. So one lady in my village, just before COVID, so that probably is 4 years ago, she came to me. She used to buy eggs from me. And one day she arrived here. She was ecstatic. And like, I asked her, like, what's going on? Like, you're barely standing in place. Like, you look like you're ticking or going to be a ticking bomb or something's bothering you. And she says, we just bought land. And she just leaves it like that. Her phone rings and she leaves. And then she messages me that I don't remember if it's her parents or the parents of her husband and the brother. I think it's either her brother or his brother, her husband's brother. So the 3 families were bought an abandoned farm up north. And she told me a little bit, and I was so excited for her. And she's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. We're not brought up into a farm family. So like, obviously, I told her like, if you speak English, you can go see this in this channel. If you want seeds, I can send you off with a collection of seeds. I gave her a couple of channels and blogs and all of that, and I sent her off like that. And she picked up one couple of ducks that I had here. She picked up a couple of stuff, I think a rabbit also. And she left, and every year she sends me a little text message and we chat, and she just tells me where she's at. Now she has a family cow. I'm super excited for her. It's an amazing journey when you do it with someone. We have 3 house to sell. Oh yes, yes. So okay, so I'm going to send you good vibes that the 3 house will sell and everything will fall through and align perfectly for you. Yes. So perennials, if you enjoy asparagus, it takes about 3 to 5 years to set. You have walking onions, which are fun, and all the like sage and like thyme, rosemary. Well, depending where you're moving, where your zone is, there's a lot of fun perennials that you can either start from seeds or buy at a local nursery. Okay, so I did say that. Another thing I want, I'm probably the people watching this on recap will not get this far, but anyways, so the next 2 lives. Where's my phone? So next 2 lives might be different. So I have the 24th and the 31st. So the 24th, I always do something very special with my children. We do a fondue night. So I will probably not have a live at 7:30. So what I was thinking is doing a Sunday morning live or Sunday afternoon live so that I can come chat with you guys. We are all busy during the holidays, but like at least I will be able to chat with you guys. Merry Christmas, and like everyone's gonna be on vacation, so it would be fun. So if you think that would work, let me know. And the 31st, I am hosting, or I'm either hosting or going at a friend's place, and I doubt I will be back by 7:30. So the 31st, I was thinking to do about the same, like a morning or afternoon live, very short, like maybe half an hour, just to catch up and chit chat. And then in the new year, I would go back to my regular for the 7th of January. So that's for the next lives. Or I can do pop-up lives whenever it gets quiet. If the kids are outside, I could do that also, but I don't know. So obviously, I am in zone 5B, Quebec, Canada. But I'm in a microclimate. So I think I'm 5A now because I've experienced a couple of frost, but there's no snow. Usually we're like covered in snow. But on the map, I am 5B. My last frost date is May 12th, to give you perspective. So that's for next lives. So I don't know if Remy's here, but I wanted to take a little 5-10 seconds to say woohoo. So he went from 5,000 subs to 6,000 subs, like super, super fast. So I wanted to say congratulations. I know I sent you a little message, but I think on last week's live, you mentioned like you were super close. And then I think 24 hours or 48 hours after you reached it. So I want to say congratulations. And I think Lynn, you also reach that milestone. Well, every year it's about the same for me, but I stopped using May 12th. I use May 18th now. Oh, I missed a couple of comments. Hold on. I'm changing things this year too. I was very exhausted by June this year. That I had never happened to me before. This year it'll be 10 years. Yeah. So first things that I'm changing is I'm no longer growing all the tomatoes. I'm no longer growing all the peppers. Like it's stupid. Like I was saving every single little seedlings because my heart was broken every time I would chop the head off of a little tomato seedling, or I planted every single one that I didn't sell because I didn't want to put them in the compost pile, blah, blah, blah. But then if I'm being realistic, I had 165 tomato plants last year. I only got 350 pounds of tomatoes. One of the reasons why is because I was not able to trellis all of them. One, I was exhausted. Two, is raining. It's so it was raining, and then it was super humid. Then raining, super humid. So obviously the tomatoes were perfect. They were big, they changed color, they loved the rain. I did not have blossom end rot, but because I was not trellising them fast enough, they started to have early blight and late blight, and I lost about 700 pounds of tomatoes, give or take, at least 500 pounds. Because technically I'm supposed to get about 10 pounds per. So out of the 165 plants, I lost 20 to root maggots. So that leaves me to 145. Out of that 145, I had 12 cherry tomatoes. So let's just say that I had 130. 125, okay? That's 1,000 pounds of tomatoes that I should have had. I didn't get that. So I'm bringing down the number of tomato plants, I think, by 40%. And I might grow more slicers this year than I normally do. I'm not entirely sure exactly what I'll do, but definitely I will be buying second quality peppers, second quality zucchinis, and second quality tomatoes this future year. It just blows my mind. Well, no, not blows my mind. I have to accept that I cannot do it all. Everything I do is a two-woman, 2-person job. So I would need at least someone part-time with me. Yes, I do have some lack of organization. Some of it is my mistake, but I need to come to realization that I cannot do it all. So I'm converting at least 2 of my garden beds to popcorn and squash. So I'm going to have pumpkins, winter squash, summer squash, and popcorn. And those don't require that much work. So I'm going to buy bales of hay. As soon as they're planted and established, I'm just going to put hay around them and just let them do their work. Same thing with my cucumbers. I think I'm going to do hay again this year, or leaves or mulch, whatever I can find. And I'll go from there. I didn't, there's certain things last year I wanted to do, but I didn't want to invest. I wanted row covers. I didn't buy them, but I should at least invest in a good quality hay. I would have been able to put it under my tomato plants, and I would not have had early blight. But it is definitely like I've hit a wall and I need to take literally another direction. Like going in that wall direction is not going to get me anywhere. It's only going to get me even more tired. Right now I cannot join. It is that time of the year and I'm broke. Did I miss a comment? Not sure what you meant. We're looking to find something 35 minutes from city of Ohio. Oh, nice. Nice. Congratulations. So I think Remy's not there. So Remy, I'm going to have to do it again. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. 7,000. To think me and you were like back to back at the beginning of the summer. I think you were like 200-300 over me and you just went booming and you just rocked on. I'm so happy for you. 7,000. That's an amazing number. Do you feel like a rock star now? Like a YouTube rock star? Have you ever been recognized at a location? I am starting to think you will. You definitely will. If you don't believe it, I do. I know I am not the best friend. I don't watch all of your videos. But you're so genuine. You're so loving, so caring. Your content is like so so raw, and like you don't sugarcoat it, and it's just perfect. So if you don't believe that you will reach 10,000, I know you will. And it's not going to be like by the end of 2024. It's going to be soon. I can feel it. Oh, don't worry. This is why I invite you guys to come chat with me on my lives, because there's so many things I can do in a day. And I used to beat myself up. Like I cannot catch up on any of your channels. I try to keep up with the chat. It's hard sometimes because like I'm there for 5 minutes and then like I get to chit chat and then I come back and then there was like 100 comments and I try to catch up and it's like really hard. But that's why I invite you guys to come chat with me so I can actually catch up and like see what's going on, have a one-on-one conversation with our viewers, which is fun. But you don't have to feel bad at all. I'm not mad. Tracy tells that to me often. I'm so behind. You said that. A couple of other people said it. Don't feel bad. Okay, so I said that. Set the milestone. Life change. Okay, so everything I had noted for tonight, I did say. And other days, nothing is going on. Yeah, sometimes there's nothing. Hello. Okay, so I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. Swafford Homestead, welcome to the chat. It's the first time I see you. Okay, so my computer's acting up. I just want to go over some of the comments. I think I missed a couple. I know I say this every live, but don't forget to do the thumbs up for me. It does help me out. It brings my content further to new potential viewers. And YouTube did not put me in the algorithms for like forever. I think since September. So as soon as you do a thumbs up, it just pushes my content a little further. I feel blessed because Remy told me the other day a little trick with YouTube, and I started doing it, and it just hit it off. Like over this week, I welcomed 200 new subscribers. So I was like, woohoo, so happy. I'm subscribed, but it's been a long time. So have you been to one of my lives? I feel like a broken record. Please hit that. You're not a broken record. I I never say it. Usually it's either Tracy, Remy, or there's another person that keeps saying, don't forget to do a thumbs up. I know Tammy does it, also Rebel Canner. Karen. So it's two tricks. So I do one live, one video, one short per week. It seems to work a little bit more. And in your, okay, so this information is for people that actually want to have content creators. So that's one of the things I started doing. And in your YouTube studio, there is a, I'm trying to remember the name, beta promotion or something like that. I promoted a couple of my videos. Those are the tricks that I've done. Over the last 4 weeks, about, and I'm seeing some results, but obviously it is consistency, and you have to speak the viewer's love language. Sometimes my videos, I do speak the love language. Some other times I don't. So that's why my views fluctuate. I hope that answers your question, Karen. Okay, so there's a couple possibilities. I was part of a couple of challenges. So I did the pantry challenge. What else did I do? The Everbits Count Challenge. I did, I'm trying to remember. That's good growth, by the way. If you have a steady growth every month, that's perfect, because it means your channel is evolving, even though if it's like mini steps. Okay, so I did Lynn's challenge. What was it called again? What does $100 buy you? What else? I know I did a couple. So I obviously did the Shed Wars. I'm trying to collab. So I did what is homesteading for me? What does $100 buy? Stock it September. The Everbit Counts Challenge, Shed Wars. I did another one. I know I did another one. Anyways, I did a couple. I was part of this year's Shed Wars. Okay, so I am somewhat consistent. Okay, so because I burnt out, like real bad, I know that I was literally open about this, but like I didn't say to what extent. I was publishing, I think 3-4 times a week, doing the lives, the shorts, and all of that. And being burnt out, I kind of like hit the same syndrome as a writer, like syndrome la page blanche. Like I didn't know what to write, didn't know what to publish. And then I was just publishing for publishing. And then I realized that I want to publish stuff that is dear to my heart. So by doing that, I went down to once a week, but it's never the same day. So my lives are going to be consistent on Sundays, but my videos come out whenever it's either like Tuesday or Thursday. And if it's Tuesday, then my short is Thursday. But like this week, my short was Saturday. So I am somewhat consistent, but I'm also inconsistent. You're welcome. Awesome. Yes. You can. Oh, also, we did that She-Steaders. That's another collab I did with you. I was invited on the live with Lynn. But it is possible that it was Shed Wars. Sure. Send it to me. I love collabs. They're fun. So I think, well, the pantry challenge, I do it every year, but I don't really film it. Not because I don't want to, it's just like chaotic. Kids get back from school. My two boys arrive like it's 4:15, and then like I run around like a chicken with no head sometimes, and then like I try to get everything done before 5. Then we need to sit down for 5 because at 7 my youngest have to be in bed. So it's like for me it's content creating nightmare, the pantry challenge, but I do it. Every day I give myself an objective. I need to use minimum 1 jar. Or if I don't use a jar, I have to use something in the freezer. So like, for example, today's meal was I took chicken in my freezer, which comes from here, broth, which I've canned from our chickens, spices, some of them were from the garden, some of them are from store-bought, but like I buy them per pound or half pound. And then salt, pepper. I will never grow salt and pepper, so it's always something from the store. And then diced tomatoes. So obviously, like today is like a perfect example of the pantry challenge, but I try to do this every single day, like regardless if I'm doing the pantry challenge. But because everything, like I did grocery this week, and I sat down in my car and I looked at my bill. I was like, WTF. Oh my God. It's like I need to come up with a different game plan, like buy in bigger quantities, because like cheese, milk, I will never be self-sufficient unless like massive things change. But I try to do it at least for dinner. Dinner is like religious for me. Every single night I try to use everything from the pantry or freezers or something like that. January pantry challenge, every bit counts challenge, stock in September, Vlogmas. I'd never do Vlogmas. I did a few videos in handmaids. Help me grow fast. Yeah, so my biggest growth this year was every bit counts challenge. And I was blessed with 2 shout outs. One from Three Rivers Homestead, and I can't remember the second. Yeah, content creator blog. But it had nothing to do with content. It had to do with me being burnt out. Like, it's hard to come up with ideas when you're burnt out. Or the ideas you come up with, it's just like, okay, I need to publish something, so I'm just going to publish it. Obviously, I enjoyed filming it, editing it, publishing it for you guys, but like I had to come up with something, with an idea. But actually, I think it was a good thing for me to continue and to like keep me into the groove and find my way back. Because I think if I would have stopped everything, maybe I would have lost the connection that I've started building here. Because regardless if I know that this is online, so this is not like real contact, but it is a community that we have built. And if I would have decided to close everything and wait that I'm 100% back myself, I could have like not published for a couple of weeks, maybe months. So by somewhat publishing one thing a week kept me into the groove and helped me keep the connections of this community, which was like very helpful. That's what I changed this year. I started making videos. Yeah. So I know that I keep asking this question on so many of my videos if they enjoy the shift that I have taken. Obviously, during the winter, I am not homesteading content. I might start some seeds soon. Usually in January, I will start like an indoor garden. But since we're like so focused on renovations this year, like fixing the hole right there in the one a little bit further, and my pantry, my walk-in butler's pantry is like, we did part 2 or like part 10. I lost count of my butler's pantry, so we are so concentrated on that. So it's a bit different. I'm going to try to film all 3 meals this year. Nice. If you can. On track. Oh, you're leaving. Well, have a good night. Okay, so here's something that I try to stop doing, and I'm gonna do like Lynn, emphasize on try. Have to, need to. Like, I need to publish something. I have to publish something. Try to meditate on those words. Like, I have to, I need to. What happens if you don't feel like it? Like, you're putting pressure on yourself without realizing it. So, on a day that you feel inspired, I think that what would be more useful for you is to have a journal of video ideas. Like, for example, cleaning out the freezer and making, I don't know, bone broth. And then, or cleaning out the freezer because blah, 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 blah. And like, come up with like like a somewhat ideas. So that on the days where you're like, oh, I have like content creator block, I'm going to go to my journal. Like, not put that stress of like, I need to publish something. I have to publish something. And if I don't, stress, 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 stress. So I think journaling ideas would be better for you on a long run. Who's leaving? Well, I have to leave soon, so don't feel bad. Have a great week and chat with you soon. Where was I? Oh yeah. Okay. So they lead us off track of our niche. Okay. So you need to understand one thing, and I had that conversation with Remy. So homesteading is a very vast niche. Very vast. So you kind of have 4 seasons of niches. So in the spring, we have somewhat content, and then in the summer, this type of content, and then in the fall, this type of content, and in the winter, we kind of go in that like spiral of like, oh my god, I have no idea what to publish. So as a homesteader's niche, it is kind of hard to keep one subject. Then you are on strike. Yeah. Okay, so when you have a list of 150 and you still have that block, well, then this is something, one training that I did, can't remember who it was. So elaborate. So go over your 150 ideas, if that's the number. And let's just say that, like, I'm going to keep my idea. I said cleaning out the freezer, blah, 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 to do blah, blah, blah. That's one of your ideas. Well, then you can write, okay, so I have browns in the freezer. I have fruits in the freezer. I have cubes in the freezer. Like, give like content to that idea, and then like choose a couple, and then which one you feel drawn to or more interested, or a mix of emotion. Like, you feel excited about that content, but also scared about that content. So if you have like that kind of feeling, that's probably the one you should work around. I don't know if I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense to you. What is Trello? Is that an app? Good. I'm happy it helps. It helps you. So I used to have that. A certain journal of my ideas. I lost that book. I don't know where I've put it. So like I would have like one page, 2 ideas, and then I would elaborate about that idea, and then I would go over it. But then in the summer, I don't need to think too much. I just film what I'm doing. So homesteader style, I feel that vlogging is easier for our niche. Like, you vlog from your day-to-day life and you try to keep a certain amount of subjects. So example, you enjoy chickens, film about chickens. Like, if you have so much fun around chickens, make sure to include chickens in your content. If you enjoy baking, baking is very large. Like, you can bake so many sourdough breads. You can try to convert your sourdough that is, I don't know, bread flour to, I don't know, an ancient grain flour, and then like film the process of it, and like go down a couple of recipes, and it can give you content for weeks. And then like, it all depends. Like, every time I speak to someone about the niche of homesteading, we always have that come back. The negative point of our niche is that we have too many things going on, like, to make it like a short story. So I think choosing a couple of subjects to like how-tos, and then like vlog, would be like a good way to go. But it's like so hard to like narrow it down to like a couple of things. It allows you to move the items eventually across the street into different columns. Oh, okay. Asana. The only Asana I know is a yoga platform. So I might be out of it. I'm like old school. I'm a piece of paper and pencil type of person. It drives me mad sometimes because it takes so much time. But I used to be very techie. I planned my entire wedding in 2011. My entire wedding was on either my phone or my computer. Either or. It's been a while, so I can't remember which one. Anyways, it was on tech. And it broke. But I always kept the rough copy on a piece of paper, and I would put the rough copy was on a piece of paper and the clean copy was in my phone. I think it was my phone. Anyways, the tech, I broke my tech that my entire wedding planning base was. I broke it. And I kind of realized that if you break your tech or you don't have access to your app, you're going to go back to a piece of paper. So I kind of was traumatized by that because it took me 9 months to set up my wedding. And it happened, I think, a month and a half before the wedding that I broke my tech. Everything was in it. My phone numbers, all of it was in there. And I just couldn't retrieve it. And it just completely drove me mad. And I went back to the pen and paper. So I am somewhat organized, but since I had like papers, I have them everywhere. And sometimes I get confused. So maybe I should start converting back to tech. But I always feel that I could lose it. I think of moving Post-it note across corkboard. I have a chicken feed video. Nice! That's nice. I try not to show too much of my animals. I know that I have a lot of, I used to have a lot of questions about my chickens, my ducks, and my rabbits. But for personal reasons, I don't film them. Long story short, I was asked by my city to hide them. So that's what I did. So I don't film them because I don't want to give anyone the chance to redo the bad things they did to us. Trello is accessible from any device I can get. Okay. It will take me a very long time to convert back to technology. Like the 2 courses I'm following right now is PDF forms online. And I find myself printing them and writing notes on them. I'm a touchy-feely type of person. I don't know if I have my notes with me right now, but I highlight everything like I was in. Oh, my computer moved. I highlight everything. See, this is one of my homeworks. So I highlight everything and I take notes and I write everything. So I'm a touchy-feely type of person. Okay. You love paper. Well, I enjoy the technology. I enjoy what it gives us. But I also enjoy I have a tablet to read books. And I thought oh, it's so cool. I have a device. I can have all my books in here, blah, blah, blah. But then I started reading books. And I kind of fell in love with the concept of it sounds crazy, the smell of books. And I don't know. Fox! Hi! You either come right at the beginning and stay the whole live, or I kind of you pop in super late and I kind of go bye. Not because I'm going to be leaving soon, in about 10 minutes. I'm starting to lose my voice again. This winter's viruses are driving me mad. Okay, so I don't feel crazy. Yay! Because I'm reading right now 2 books. One is on this one. It is somewhat related to the course I'm doing online. So I don't think I said what I was. Did I mention what I was studying? I know I told you it was holistic, but I don't remember saying it. I'm gonna wait to see. I'm second guessing. I don't think I mentioned it. No. So I'm studying Reiki. I got to sleep at midnight because of Friday. Look at you. So I'm studying Reiki. I finished level 1. I am in the attunement process of level 1. I'm almost done, so soon I'm going to be a level 1 practitioner. It's mostly for myself, self-healing, and for my husband and my kids. And then I had no idea. Oh, cool! That's so cool. I didn't know. So I just completed my, anyways, I'm like 2/3 of the way of my first attunement. And then I started level 2 studying. I'm not done. And then I got sidetracked. I had like an opportunity of studying crystals, so I got a diploma in that. And then, like, this is like just for my personal knowledge, because I know that you can use crystals with holistic healing with Reiki. So I wanted to know a little bit about that, and it was like affordable, so I done that. But I got sidetracked and inspired by a wonderful lady, and I am doing right now aroma Reiki. So using the basic of Reiki, but I'm using the essential oils. So back to reading 2 books. One, the author that did the aroma Reiki that I'm doing right now has a book that is somewhat related to that with essential oils. So it kind of works together. So at night, like one night I read my tablet, and the night after I read, this is the book that I'm reading on other nights. I'm almost done. I have like, I think 200 pages left. Yeah, about 200 pages left. So yeah, that's what I'm studying. You should. You should. I try actually on my dogs, and myself, my husband. He loves it. He falls asleep and he snores. Like, I think I start like after 15 minutes, he's already snoring. Crystals, animal. I'm not there yet. So level 2, it is distance, but I'm starting. I'm like towards the end of the modules. But since I'm not done with the attunement, I cannot get attuned for the second one. Yeah. So a few weeks back, there is, I do the self-healing. I show in my level 1, they give you like basics of self-healing, hand position, and that's what I was doing. I don't think I will be done before. I don't think I'm going to be finished this year. I think I'm going to finish like in January. Yeah. I'm not supposed to use the symbols just yet because I'm not attuned to them yet. I've learned them. I started to learn about them, but I can't use them yet. I have to wait. That's so cool. It's online. I know that there is a lot of different thinking about online. Since I don't think I will be doing this further than my close circle, I did not want to go to school, like to an actual school. I wanted to do it online. And the one I chose it's not that expensive, so I felt comfortable. Let's just say that I didn't enjoy it. But the aroma Reiki is much more expensive. So I'm really like invested. She's much more organized than the first one that I'm doing. So I really love her style. Her name is Andrea Fraser, if my memory's correct. So like I saw that if I want to become a practitioner, there's some association that does not recognize online training. So I might hit a couple of bumps along the way if I want to become like an official practitioner. But like I'm not there yet. Yeah, it is for life. So like the only reason I started doing it is I was drawn to it, and it was for healing for myself. Like I was so low, um and I felt that my body, mind, soul, spiritual, like all needed some loving den like TLC, and it does help. Obviously, like I have to do a lot of healing, sleep, eating differently, and all of that, cleaning up some certain things in my life, but it is the baby steps. Awesome. Well, I'm not there yet. So if I do need in person, I'll cross the bridge when I get there. But like, I don't want to. I stopped working almost 10 years ago because I did not want to work a 9 to 5. So being self-employed, I don't know. So a couple of friends of mine were like, "Oh, you're gonna do customers and clients, blah blah blah." So I'm like, no. I'm not there yet. First of all, I don't even have an office. If ever I do it, it would be outside, or I would build a 3-season, what do you call it, solarium, and have like a table there, and like maybe have a small clientele. But I'm not at that bridge yet. Like I'm still learning for myself. Oh, I saw that Udemy. That's not where I went. I went. I remember seeing the name. Like there was so many. Yeah. Well, it's because I have 2 dogs. I need to train them, not to bark. Luna was doing so great, my big dog, and my little one like's been like massacring her, teaching her how to bark. So I need to deal with that first. But I would not bring anyone inside the house at the moment. Like we have renovations that needs to get done before I can start that project or even think about that project. So I might do close friends and family, if someone asks, but to have an actual, like, think about the next step, I'm not there, really not there yet. Because I did have a 400-hour course on massage. I was a massage therapist, and I did not like the hours. It was fun. Like, it was fun to have a clientele. I did have some weird stuff. There were certain people I was not comfortable doing massages and all of that. But I love the holistic part of it. But like now, to go back to massage, I would have to go back to school because my diploma is not worth anything. But like, can you imagine, like, I have like these beautiful gardens in a solarium. Like, it would be amazing. I might just do it for a meditation room. um, I wouldn't do in my house either. I do have a retired school portable here, but no plumbing or access ramp. Yes. Yeah, so we almost scored a solarium de Paris last year. So in the storm that we had in April, there's a tree that fell on a solarium and one entire section was broken, and there was two windows that needed to be repaired. So Fred started doing some research. He's like, I can fix it. I'm going to go pick it up. And I was like, it's awesome. We're going to put it on the side of the house, or we can just unassemble it, like figure out what we want to do with it. It would be amazing. The price was like impeccable and the parts were like reasonable. And I was like, oh my God, a 4-season solarium. That would be amazing. He calls the lady. He's like, someone picked it up. He was like, oh, shoot. He missed it. It would have been perfect. So if we do build a solarium or a 3-season greenhouse, it would be definitely a good place for a meditation room, at least. How much DOD that school portable cost you to purchase? I feel those be some rather easy modifiable frames for housing. I think this is for you, Karen. Okay. It would, but like our list of projects are so high. So next year, one of the projects we need to go. I'm gonna finish like in 5 minutes if you want to stay. I'm gonna finish with this. So one of the projects we want to do next year is we want to unassemble the raised beds and make the pathways larger, because I just can't handle my knees and my tops of my thighs being scraped. So I need to empty the garden beds, and we're gonna do this in like part 1, part 2. So we're gonna empty the beds into grow bags and build like in sections. So knowing that I have to unassemble many garden beds next year, and knowing that most of them has some bee nests in them. I know that 3 of them has bee nests, or not the bees, the other one that stung me in the fall. So we have to be like, do that like super, super early. So building a frame on side of the house, I don't know if I would be able to fit it in the spring, but it would be definitely something to have a meditation room. If you can find an old solarium that I can put it on blocks and just find a used carpet to somewhat prevent the cold air to come in the spring and in the fall, to make sure that I can go and have like a peace place, it would be fun, but definitely like on the lower end of the list. Yes, we all need to work, but I don't know about arranging to be delivered and set up. They were on the property. Okay. It's a lot when you're poor. I think it's a lot even if you're rich. Wasp, yeah, I got stung by wasps. So I don't think I will be unassembling the 3 last ones. The one, I think that there's 2 that have bumblebees nests and 1 with wasps. Or Fred in the spring is like gonna wear like gloves and tape around his hands and like wear like a mask and like maybe move the soil in the spring. I know that I'm not going to be touching them for sure, because we weren't able to locate the nest. So maybe I disturbed the nest so much that they evacuated, which I hope. But definitely we have at least 3 to 4 to rebuild next year. So it would be nice But I'm going to leave that into the space and say it would be fun to have a meditation room on the northern side of the house, so it could be chilly. A little bit of sun, but not too much. Always, always, it would be fun. Well, it's the time. Yeah, but it's. I won't do it. I'm like terrified. Do it when it's cold. So, yeah, so we would have to do it like in April. No, March probably. But anyways, I thank you for popping in. This was fun. Karen, if you have more questions, I don't think you have my message, my email if you want. But if you have more questions, you can message me. My email is on my not community tab, my about page. For your content. I know I did answer earlier, but if I wasn't clear, you can message me there. So next 2 weeks live will be different for people that just popped in. It will not be during the night. It will be probably during the day, and I might do pop-up lives during the holidays, but there's going to be like somewhat changes to my publishing schedule. So thank you for popping in and chatting with me. This was so much fun. Yes, sure. You're always more than welcome. So have a great night, and I will chat with you guys soon. Take care. Bye.